Okay, here's the wife's new boat. Now, we just picked it up, so it's got to be cleaned up. But it came with some nice gear. And it's in good shape. And we got one heck of a price on it. Why? Anyway, it's got the rudder on it, but there's an issue with the rudder that it doesn't drop on its own when you release it. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out. So the trailer's here, both boats are here. All we gotta do is go fishing. Now it did come with the Railblazer rod holder, and it came with this Yak Attack one, or actually ram mount, it looks like. Yeah, ram. And a roto paddle grip. It also came with Lowrance 5X Elite HDI fish finder, which we have to get a transducer for. It didn't come with the transducer. And a Bend and Branches paddle, which is back here, and even a Yak Attack stakeout pole. Just the 6-foot one, but hey, you know, 60 bucks, 60 bucks. So anyway, that's her boat. She's in good shape, just needs to be washed, and we're about to wash it and detail it. So let us know what you think. I'll shoot another video once it's all cleaned up. I gotta clean mine up too. Mine was out here and got all dirty. Even though it's under the carport, the wind blows and just kind of cruds it up after so long. So I need to give me a boat cover. But, you know, little by little, all things. I've got a anchor trolley for this one too that I got to install, and a paddle clip that I'm going to put on here. Plus I'm going to raise the seat up a little bit more. And then I've got to get a motor kit for the back end of it, so I can use the motor a lot easier. Anyway, let us know what you think. GoPro, stop recording. Hey guys, well, finally made it out. Got her boat rigged up. In fact, she's just paddling around right now trying to get used to it. Of course, the wind's crapping me out, so we couldn't go to the lakes I wanted to go, but that's okay. We're on the water. Anyway, sorry, thought I had a nibble. Anyway, so finally, after what, 7-8 months, back on the water. Now if I could just catch something. That would be super nice, right? When we picked up her boat, some of the things that came with it was a Bend and Branches paddle and a Yak Attack stakeout pole, which I'd always been wanting to try and just never wanted to flip the bill. I'm kind of a cheap person like that. But to be honest with you, after using this, as opposed to the anchor. I think I'm going to buy me a couple more. If you're in shallow water, boy, that sure is the best way to go. Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you. The rod that I picked up is a Pin Pursuit 3. It was a rod combo. Of course, it came in teal, which goes with my boat. Not like that matters, but I heard a lot of good things about Pin, so I wanted to try. So there it is, my combo. Real nice rod, but you'll notice that the line guides don't have the plastic inserts. They're just stainless steel, and they're not exactly round. They're kind of more of an oval shape, so it really cradles that line in there. I like that. That's one of the reasons why I went ahead and got it. It was about $100 once shipping was included, but I think it was worth it. It's kind of like the first really nice rod I've got. All the rest of them were kind of either used or Walmart special. Anyway, if I catch anything, I'll turn the camera back on. Till then, catch you in a little bit. How's it going? Well, we shot a short video of getting her boat. Finally got out on the water. And to be quite honest with you, it was a terrible day for me, although she got to catch a couple of fish right off the bat.
Yay!
And for me, I don't know, it may have been the way I spooled my new rod or whatever, but every time I threw it out with the wind, it would knot up out past the boat, and I'd end up having to cut my line and redo it almost every other cast. So it was kind of a pain in the butt for me. But hey, we got both boats now. We're back in action. Hopefully we'll actually get to start using them. I have really debated about doing this for a long time, and at one point almost swore I wouldn't do it, because I want to keep this channel separate from all the political bullshit that's going on in the world today, and how one-sided everything seems to be. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I am a patriot, and I'm proud of it. I am not a patriot to the government, no matter who's in charge. To me, the government is entirely too big, and every year we lose more and more of our freedom. I am a patriot to the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and our founding. I make no bones about that. That's my standard, and I stand to it. And when I die, I will die standing for it. If you don't like that, I understand. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. For now, it's still somewhat of a free country, although most of the people on the left are trying to eliminate freedom of speech so that we can't talk about anything. There's no debate anymore. It's come to fisticuffs, or in some cases even worse, where they're just outright stealing things from you or trying to kill you. So yeah, the party of enlightenment, huh? But it's been very, very difficult for me to not say something. And there's 100 million people out there commenting on this crap, so it's not like I'm going to be saying anything new. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But I am going to say this. It is amazing to me that how you can be lied to by a political party and they're caught in it. In fact, they openly applaud themselves for doing it daily, hourly,
and you still act like they have some kind of credibility. I mean, you can't trust the media. I don't care who it is. I mean, not even Fox. And I'm a constitutionalist. I'm a conservative. But there's a lot of people that are supposedly in my party that I wouldn't trust as far as you can go. And it seems like evil is just the commonplace thing of the day now, where evil's good and good is evil. You know, right and wrong. There are some things you just don't do. And how in the hell can you stand there and condemn executions for criminals that have murdered people and done outrageously bad, evil things with humane, lethal injections, or whatever you want to call it, or at least humane enough, and then turn around and say it's okay to leave a born baby to die on the table unattended just because you couldn't keep your legs crossed? And I really don't want to hear any crap about rape or woman's body or any of that stuff. Once that kid is born, it's no longer the woman's body. You don't have any rights. And if you're going to leave it to die, you're a murderer. And so are the people that are championing this stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, you should be guilty of it. Now, I'm going to say another thing too. You don't want to secure the border? Well, who the hell do you think comes across that border? You think it's all just innocent workers? Well, they've proven it time and time again it isn't. We got U.S. citizens dying in this country because our elected officials don't represent us. And they don't want to secure our country. And they don't want to take care of anybody that lives in this country, that is a citizen. And what about the people that came here legally and worked real hard? That's like spitting in their face. That's not just criminals coming across the border. They're terrorists. Terrorists that now, thanks to former governments that gave away millions and billions of dollars in order to help fund their nuclear program so that they could build nuclear weapons. So what happens? They just walk across the border with a dirty nuke and set it off in the city? What do you think, the nuke's gonna pick and choose which political side of the spectrum you live on? Huh? You think just Republicans are gonna fry? Just American citizens that love their country? You think we're the only ones that are gonna die? It's gonna kill everybody, dumbass. Everybody. You think these jihadists that have sworn to destroy America, to kill anybody that won't submit or convert to their faith, are going to pick and choose? And dude, trust me, you're not one of them, regardless of whether or not you convert. You're a tool. And once they're done using you, they will get rid of you. And it's the same thing with the political system. And once again, we're talking mostly Democrats. I ain't gonna lie about it. Boy, the leftists and Democrats, they're bad. But at least they let you know up front what they are. They tell you they're bad while saying they're good. But it's the ones that say that they're Republicans. And man, I sure hope some of these jerkwads see this video and lie about it, and then vote every single time to undermine the United States citizen. Us. Congress is there to represent us, not rule over us. And that's what they want. You don't believe me? Why don't you pay attention to what the hell they're trying to pass in Congress? It has absolutely nothing to do with representation whatsoever. They're not doing it for your betterment. And so you can get some free cheese in a refrigerator? You're willing to sell out the entire country just because you're too lazy to get off your ass and go work for it? Now, that's not color bound. There's tons of people in this country, regardless of race and color, that are doing that. And there's no such thing as white privilege, so stop saying that crap. There's some people that were born into rich families that have privilege. There's no denying it. But you know what? They're not all white. Hate to break that to you, Sparky. Sorry, I was downloading something. Look, this is going to be a controversial video. I'm well aware of that. And to the people that watch my channel, I apologize. I never really wanted to do this. And this will probably be the only time I ever do this. So, you know, if you have hate comments or whatever, it's free. I'm not going to bar anybody from doing anything. And if they kick me out, that's fine. I don't monetize my videos. I don't have any followers. I mean, I got a few people that watch it, maybe a handful. So it's not like I'm going to reach a big crowd. But man, I'm not going to stand here and be silent. Well, the very freedoms. You know, here's something on the other side. Regardless of whether or not you're up on politics and everything that's going on, before you blindly follow what the media or what your buddies are saying, why don't you do a little research on your own and find out what's going on? Because here's what's going to happen. If they win, they're going to take your freedom. All that free stuff you think you're going to get out of this, and that you're going to think you're going to roam the streets just committing crimes left and right and burning down the neighborhood whenever you don't get your way. What's going to happen is, once they gain that power, you're going to use your freedom. Then they're going to tell you what you're going to have to do to earn your little freedom money or your paycheck. And it's not college degrees you're getting anymore, it's indoctrination. All these big so-called campuses that everybody wants to go to, they're not about education anymore. They don't teach you anything. They brainwash you. I've got a degree, it's just an associate's degree from a community college. Thank God we actually learned a few things in it. But it seems to me that the more these people come away with these big degrees, PhDs and all that, the dumber they are, and the more blind they are, and the more brainwashed they are. They're lying to you. And they're going to continue to lie to you until they get power. Remember, power, absolute power, corrupts absolutely. And they're going to take it from you. You can stand here and you can deny it, and you can spout hate all you want, and you can regurgitate like sheep, like the rest of these people do. You can throw rocks and you can shoot and you can do whatever. But at the end of the day, they're going to turn on you too. Or you're going to be made to do what you're told. That's slavery, pal. They're bringing it back. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, the Democrats are the author of slavery. It was the Republicans that tried to end it. Now I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this crap. My family doesn't live with racist and intolerant crap. But your side makes a habit of it. And when you don't have it, you create it. What happens when you create it? You divide the country. And why do you divide the country? Because a divided country is an easy country to take over. What else would you say when you have an entire party, the Democrat Party, that does nothing but fund and support our enemies around the world against us and against the very citizens that they were supposed to uphold? That's another thing too. This is America. This is how we were founded. And if you don't want to assimilate into this culture, get out. We don't want you to bring your crap from another country, their governmental rules that you're trying to flee from, and turn this country into the very place that you tried to flee from. That doesn't belong here. And if that's the way you feel, you don't belong here. And if you're going to burn our flag and attack our people, then not only should you be deported, you should never be allowed to be brought back into this country. You tell me what you want to live under. Do you want to live under freedom, or do you want to live under tyranny? Because that's where we're headed. What else do you call it when the government's brought out to attack people solely, only because of a difference of political views? That's communism, my friend. I'm a military guy. I'm not a politician. I don't believe in compromise. Compromise is when you give up your standards and your enemy takes everything from you. That's compromise. What you think you're getting out of it, well, you think you're going to get out of that compromise? You won't get the key. They'll take it. They'll take that too. They take it a little inch at a time, little inch at a time. Then it becomes a foot. Then it becomes a half a mile. Then before you know it, they've taken everything. And that's what they want to do. Is they want to take and take and take until only they have power and riches. Have you ever noticed? Here's something to ask yourself. If the laws that they're trying to pass that you people are cheering for are so great, why do they exempt themselves from it? They're not willing to live under it. Maybe you should ask yourself why. They know damn good and well where that leads. Anyway, like I said, I didn't want to shoot this video, but I'm shooting it. And there's a whole host of topics out there that I haven't touched on yet, including our Second Amendment. The people that are standing for the Second Amendment aren't the gun crazy nuts that are out there shooting everybody up. It's you leftists. They want to silence and destroy this country. Those are the ones that are shooting everybody up, killing everybody, murdering. That's the reason why the Second Amendment was put in there. Well, mainly, it was to protect ourselves from a government that's gotten out of control. Because our founding fathers saw this could happen, just like Britain did to them. And it's happening again. Only the enemy isn't across the sea. It's in our very country. Sorry, what's that? I ask you, use your brain. You got one. Either you use it or you don't, but you have one. And look into it. There's a reason why there's a lot of people walking away from the so-called movements. And the minute you talk to them and disagree with them or even ask a question, they'll attack you. That's what all those videos on that walk away hashtag thing are talking about. They just asked a question because it didn't seem right. Things weren't adding up. You know why? Because you're not allowed to think on your own. You do as you're told. Now, I don't know about you, but I ain't like that. Nobody's gonna freaking tell me nothing. This is a free country, And I'll do as I damn well please according to the laws that are according to this country. And you're not going to sit there and tell me I have to think your way. That's not a problem to question everything. Because that's how you find answers. It's when you stop asking questions and you just regurgitate the same crap everybody else is doing, is when you're in trouble. I don't have a problem with debating people. I'm just fed up with trying. Because they don't want to hear about the truth. They don't want to hear about any other side but their side. They think that they're right. Why? Because that's what the media and the actors and everybody else tells them to do. And there's another thing about Hollywood. And you take this to know Hollywood. You're actors. You get paid to pretend to be something you're not. You're not any better than anybody else in this country. Okay? So get off your high horse. I don't care what awards you won or how much money you got in the bank. You're no better than anybody else. There's people out here that work their butt off day in and day out. Those are the people that make this country work. You don't. You're cheap entertainment. Live with it. Your opinion doesn't mean shit to me. Do you understand? I don't care. In fact, I hold your opinions less than I would a janitor. And that's not to mock a janitor, because at least they're doing something productive. That's what they do. They make it to where you can't trust. Even pedophiles are wanting in on it. They have rights to have sex with little children. And if you think that's okay, then you're a criminal. Anyway, I think I've pissed off enough people for one night. You can watch this, don't watch it, and comment, don't comment. If you are my friend, subscribers list and you want to unsubscribe, that's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to get any money out of this. I don't care about money. And who knows, after this video they may remove my channel. And that's fine. I did it because I enjoyed going out into nature and getting away, so I didn't have to hear. I mean, we cut off cable, so we don't have to watch the news anymore, but it's always there in your face. Yeah, so this will be the one and only time, unless something really outrageous happens, that I'm going to comment about this stuff on my channel. Seriously, wake up. Or the very country that's giving you the freedom to act like an asshole is no longer going to be free. And they're going to shoot you for speaking your mind. Or you'll just be taken away. Don't believe me? Check out history, because it's repeating itself. Alright guys, well, good night, God bless, and ride the waves, y'all.